Alright, and here we are in Solution 9. Didn't take that long, but, you know, you never know what comes up. There actually aren't as many quests as I thought there were in here. I wonder if I'm actually gonna make it like level 99 when I'm all done by this. So, we'll find out. Let's get started. Excuse me. All this pomp and circumstance around me fucking give me all sorts of credits where credits are due. Concierge hopes to offer insight to the Alexandrian way of life. Ah, I see Her Majesty has registered you as a guest. Welcome to the Nexus Arcade. My job is to inform visitors about the myriad services on offer here in the sector. Speaking of services, how would you feel about a little work experience? Some light labor might give you a sense of how we citizens live. Okay. I happen to have just the thing for you, a courier assignment. Rest assured you'll be compensated for your time. Your task is to deliver these supplies to clerk P5091010 in the residential radius 914. When you get back, I'll hand over your reward and explain how the system of ours works. That's really straightforward. Wistful woman. She's so wistful about. Wistful woman hurriedly cast her gaze high and low. Would you mind giving me a hand? I'm trying to find my ring. I think I must have lost it trying to escape during the attack. It's a plain band set with a black stone. Nothing fancy, but it's important to me. We've had it in our family for generations. Before the raid, I was doing some shopping in the Nexus Arcade. So I figure it's around here someplace. Thing is, there's too much ground to cover alone. Could I trouble you to search north of the arcade? You'd be doing me a huge favor. I'll keep looking around here. Let me know if you find anything. Okay, so we got this and this. This place is fucking huge. Is this a back door? Can this open up? That is really sad. I wish it would. Found it. Luckily, nobody came here and stole it. Now there's just like this northern area, and there's nothing here that like really draws people in. Not even like a couple of NPCs just taking a break. What the fuck is this place? How you doing here, man? Worried woman. Warrior of Light, Wrangler of Cats. The worried woman has a fuzzy-wuzzy problem. Ah, you there. Have you seen a black cat nearby? She's wearing a red collar with a big bell attached. We got separated during the upheaval the other day, but I spotted her in the area not too long ago. I tried to tell her there was nothing to be afraid of now, but she didn't seem convinced. Meow. Sounds like you could use a hand. Are you sure? Oh, that would be wonderful. If I leave it any longer, I fear she'll get a taste for freedom and never come back. I'm sure you'll be able to coax her back, though. Please, your assistance would mean the world to me. Before you set off, there's something you should know. My little fuzzy-wuzzy simply adores being chased. Oh, fuck. When you find her, be sure to play along and tire her out. She'll settle down soon enough. Anyway, I suggest you head to the plaza and take a look around. Christ alive, of course a pet wants to be tired out. Ooh, look, sightseeing point. An Usher's Lament. I think I recognize you. You risked life and limb to protect us when Zeralja and his forces attacked. I'm almost hesitant to bring it up, but I have a favor to ask. I'm an usher. I tend to citizens on the verge of death. Oof. I collect the bodies of those whose soul supply has run dry. It The other day I was transporting the body of an elderly man to the processing facility. Ever since then, try as I might, I just can't shake the image of his face from my mind. What's worse, I still don't know what drove me to it. I stole one of his keepsakes. This tiny metal trinket. Engraved with the name Travertine. I have no idea what purpose it served to begin with. I'm dying to know the story behind it, though. Can I ask you to investigate? Ideally, I do this all myself, but it's probably best I don't go around asking about the trinket I stole. Anyway, starting your search here at Mosaic might be a good idea. The proprietor is something of a collector of mementos and knickknacks. See what she has to say. Okay, sounds good. Let me take a look out here first. Mosaic. This popular cafe is found in Solution 9's commerce sector. The races of Alexandria are named after stones, and calling the shop Mosaic was an acknowledgement of the colorful work of art that is created when the people gather together. Welcome. What can I get for you? A small metal tag engraved with the name Travertine. Nothing, but I was wondering. Might you be able to give me a lead on this? So you're on a mission to find out the story behind this little trinket? Well, given its size, shape, and inscription, I'd say that you got yourself a bottle tag. So, the sort of thing you see at bars and the like, marking out which bottle belongs to who. Unfortunately for you, Everkeep is home to dozens of drinking establishments. Figuring out where the tag was being used may take some time. I might have spoken too soon. If you catch it in the right light, you can just make out what appears to be a tankard filled to the brim with pebbles in the back of the tag. Which leaves only one possibility. This is from a bar called the Neon Stein. They've been serving thirsty patrons on True View for years now. Could be worth a visit. Thank you. Joy of joys. Problem child solution 9. Okay. That is certainly a cat. Black cat sporting a fetching red collar eyes you warily. This must be the missing cat you've been asked to track down. She seems to have identified you as a worthy playmate. You might be able to catch her if you tire her out. Excellent. Although you get the impression the cat has near limitless energy reserves, you resolve to give chase. Tire the cat out, then get close enough to swoop it and make your catch. You stop giving chase by leaving the area. You may try again by surveying the designated location. Holy fuck. Look at it go. Meow. Meow. Wow. Meow. Meow. Wow, big burst of energy. Cat got the zoomies. The cat is still brimming with energy. You are too far away from your quarry. Come here, cat. No, come back. Come on. What is this dumbass quest? Oh, I'll go get you. I'll go get you. Meow. I love the animation they have it just bopping up and down. Like, yeah. Seems the cat is not ready to give up yet. Ah, damn. Oh no, slow it down. Come here, cat. Come here. Yeah, come here. Where are you going? No, come on. Come on, cat. Come here. Cat appears to have grown tired. Aww. Oh, come here. Too far away. That's a bullshit. I gotcha. Aren't you a good cat? Yes, you are. Son of a bitch. That took fucking ages. How about this? The wayward child seems to be searching for someone. Hey, mister, do you have a moment? My mom's got missing. She's kind of careless and none too used to the city. I fear she's gotten lost. Anyway, I need some help to look for her, which is where you come in. If you can spare the time, just let me know. Yeah, you're the best. I wasn't making much headway. The century stopped kids wandering around without an adult in tow. I think Mom would have headed back to the entrance of the city. I mean, I told her, if you get lost, make your way back to where you started. In other words, we need to head for scanning port 9. I'm sure she'll find her in no time. Wayward child is now accompanying you. Yep. Any talking points? And no. I gotta make a delivery first. I gotta get paid. Residential sector. The citizens of Solution 9 live in structures known as residential radii. These numbered buildings have a common area on the first floor, with each household living above in separate, highly standardized apartments. Oh, cool. Robo voice.
How may I be of assistance?
The hell? Wasn't even touching that part. Assignment of supplies. Carefully wrapped parcel containing residential radius supplies. Acquired as part of your work experience solution. Yes, my work experience. Something like that.
Inspecting contents. Authentication tag confirmed. Acknowledging receipt of residential radius supplies. Thank you for your service. Please consult with your client to receive compensation.
Confirmed. Oh man. Okay, so we gotta go all over there. Wow, they have Gimme Bat Nutrizip. Ma's always drinking this stuff, but she never lets me try. According to her, I don't need any more energy, but she has a can practically every day. I bet it tastes incredible. Hey, mister, why don't you buy one and, let me have a sip. Just a tiny one, please. I have no idea how these newfangled contraptions work. Are you sure it's the kind of thing kids should be drinking? Sorry, not thinking. I have no idea how these newfangled contraptions work. That is so fucking good. Sorry, not today, kid. Anything amiss? Kid wants to have a drink in from the vending machine. And track down this boy's mother, are you? I see. Good thing he ran to such a kindly sort. How about I give you this? Unopened and bought just moments ago. A can of Gimme Bat Nutrizip. You really gonna give it to him?
For me? Really? Thank you.
Oh, fucking Christ. I just told him no, man. You're more than welcome. Just one condition. Make sure you ask your mother's permission before you try. Gimme Bat Nutrizip is an energy drink specially formulated to keep your digestive system in tip-top shape. Perfectly safe for youngsters to drink, so you needn't worry on that front. By the way, it might be worth your while dropping by Leander's shop in the information center. I hear he has a knack for remembering faces. Thank you, actually. That was really helpful. Alright, kid, let's go to Leander's shop then. What the? The unit is unresponsive. If only I could fix this. The distraught youth gazes down at the stricken sentry with tears in his eyes.
Wow! Wake up, Mr. Robot! Please wake up!
Sorry about my son. As you can see, he's completely devastated. His favorite park warden has malfunctioned. Someone must have put this unit out of action during the raid. No doubt it tried to turn its weapons on the very people it once kept safe. As an engineer, I'd like to see the automaton restored, but military-grade components are tough to come by. Come to think of it, there's a junk shop on Trueview that may well stock the necessary parts. The less said about how they source their inventory, the better. I could go myself, but given my line of work, I'd rather not take the risk. Would you be willing to go in my stead? My son would be thrilled if we can get this unit back up and running. I'll make sure it's worth your while. Here, this should cover the cost of the parts. Just to make him happy? Sure, why not? I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's see advertisement panel.
Look! It's the Airwheeler 89. That's the latest air gadget. The wheels turn to wings and it goes flying off into the sky. It's amazing. The ones they use for fighting have a bunch of different weapons. Wing blades, shot cannons, all sorts. You can even get little toy versions. I'd love to ride one someday, but the robot soldiers are pretty much the only ones allowed to. Lucky machines. That's one way to put it. Do you think that's Leander? Ah, you're one of Her Majesty's esteemed guests. How might I assist you and your young companion? We're looking for a woman. Ah, so you're looking for this young man's mother. I wish to know if I've spotted her. Well, I'm sure you can appreciate that we get a fair amount of foot traffic through here. Perhaps you can start by describing what she looks like. That might jog my memory. Well, she has long hair. She's dressed in blue. What else? Ah, she makes those sweets you got on the shelf behind you. The angel snacks? I believe those are manufactured in the production facility on the 7th level. I wager that's where your mother works. I'm sure you're already aware, but Everkeep is comprised of 12 levels, each fulfilling a different purpose. There are sectors for food production, machinery manufacture, and much more besides. Ah, look at me getting sidetracked. I saw a woman matching your description heading towards the government sector a little while earlier. I dare say you'll catch her if you leave now. I do remember thinking she looked rather unsettled, which makes sense in hindsight. Having heard your story, there's a civic advisory facility in the government sector. Perhaps she's heading there to inform them of the situation. Thanks for the information, mister. Oh, before we can catch her before she goes up. Neat. It's been a nice little romp where we just wander around in this like circle. There's a couple more over here. Very good time. discuss the lane node.
I don't think Ma would have used the lay node. They have these on the other levels too, but you need Queen Sphinx's permission to use them. We have to use the elevators instead. I guess you do too, right?
No, I can use this.
Huh? Her Majesty lets you use lay nodes? Whoa, you must be really important.
Concerned mother. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, miss, are you lost?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Ma! So you were heading for the government sector. You're about to go and look for you there. We? Who's this newfound friend of yours? He's been helping me look for you, Ma. Together we figured out where you might be headed. I see. No doubt you had your hands full with this one. Thank you for your patience and for being so thoughtful.
It's no big deal.
You, young man, dashing around the city on your own like that. Did you even stop and consider how worried I'd be? Honestly, mister, before you showed up, I was starting to get scared. It was such a relief when I spotted you. Thanks so much for helping me find my ma. Thanks again for everything you've done. It isn't much, but I couldn't let you wander off without giving you this. I hope you enjoy your time here in the city. Just don't go getting lost like a certain young man and his mother.
I suppose it is fairly easy to get lost in here. Fucking big though. Man. This place is all sorts of weird to just having like a fantasy-esque thing. It's like everything's just been kind of old school. Like even the electronics like Omega. Like I just saw Omega back there. At least Omega still fit into Final Fantasy. Like, this is just full-on cyberpunk shit. I'm like, wow, I don't know how this fits. I just received a delivery notification from Clerk P509010. Whoops. Excellent work. 1010 look like. As promised, let me give you a brief explanation on how we do things here. We're better to start them with remuneration. Yes. Remuneration. Sure, we'll go with that. Alexandrians are awarded credits for their labor. These credits can be redeemed for a range of commodities, including spare souls, which are especially sought after. You'll find some citizens taking on dangerous or highly specialized work to earn even more credits and thereby furnish their needs. When it comes to delivery work, risky commissions that require couriers to venture outside Everkeep offer greater compensation. On the other hand, simpler, safer tasks undertaken within the confines of the city, much like the one you so capably handled, are rewarded accordingly. Now, seeing as you aren't registered in the citizen database, I'm afraid I can't provide you with credits, but hopefully this will suffice. Excellent. Catfish pie. Anyway, that brings my explanation to an end. In case you were wondering, I'm just as much a part of the system as any other honest Alexandrian. So you have to excuse me. Those credits won't earn themselves. I suppose not. Hey lady, I found your ring.
No luck here, I'm afraid. Did you fare any better?
I did indeed.
Plain ring set with a jet black stone, passed down through the generations.
Here you are.
Oh, this is it. No mistake. Thank you so much. I guess I should tell you a little more about the ring after you went to all that trouble. Hundreds of years ago, there was a terrible war we know as the Storm Surge. One of my ancestors, a scientist, had it made as an engagement ring. The little black stone. That's raw electrope ore. Apparently, they snuck a small chunk out of the laboratory they were working at to use for the ring. Back then, electrope ore was worth a small fortune. A gesture like that would have been a surefire way to win anyone's heart. Well, according to my mother, at least. Of course, these days, electrope is more readily attainable, without any circuits printed on it. A gem like this is nothing more than a bit of lightning-aspected rock. Still, every time I look at it, I can't help but wonder about my ancestors and the lives they led. I suppose I'll never find out whether the ring was enough to send sparks flying, or if they were wed, and when all was said and done. Thanks again for your help. I'll try and be more careful next time I'm fleeing murderous mechanical soldiers.
It's all good. It is all understandable. Worried woman.
How did you fare? Did you find her?
I did indeed.
Energetic black cat wearing a resplendent red collar. Any resemblance to a Quirrell kitten is purely coincidental. Oh, my little fuzzy wuzzy, back at last. You must have given her quite the chase. She looks about ready for a cat nap. Honestly, it's a relief to see her unharmed and healthy. I'm from Tyrol originally, but I was stranded here after the barrier went up. It was this little scamp's grandma that helped me through those dark days after I realized I'd be unable to return home. Indeed, I don't know where I'd be without all my precious little fuzzy wuzzies. Thank you so much for your help.
Something cats. Fair enough. Right. There we go. There's the image. There's one up here. Let's grab this one. Overwhelmed official. The overwhelmed official is inundated with concerned citizens. You are one of Queen Spheen's guests, are you not? I gather that you helped drive the mechanical soldiers from our streets. You have my thanks. As a matter of fact, you might be able to help me. I am readily working through the backlog of claims, but ideally I'd like to hear from as many citizens as possible. I'm well aware there are some matters that people are hesitant to broach with an official such as myself. On the other hand, I think they might be inclined to speak frankly with one of the city saviors. As you can imagine, this is a matter of some urgency, and your help would be much appreciated. Please listen to what the citizens here in Resolution have to say. Remember, nothing is too trivial or trifling. Anything you glean is of use to me. Resolution. Okay. Suppose I could do that. Perplex. After the attack, I found myself endowed with a small fortune. Inheritance, apparently. That begs the question, did someone near and dear to me pass away? I have no recollection whatsoever. I'm finding it all rather unsettling. Mift Malala. My soul stock is down to 0 after getting caught up in that damned raid. Those bastards had gunned me down one more time. I'd been gone for good. What's being done about all this? Nothing. What's more, I hear the king himself had a hand in that awful mess. I've half a mind to build a city for all those spent souls. That'll show him. Oh yeah. Anxious Eldite.
You want to hear my story? Well, my workplace was destroyed during the attack. which means I'm out of a job. Times like these are precisely when you need a decent stock of souls. But no job means no credits. Without credits, please, you gotta help me find some work.
Oh, yeah. People are very confused and scared. Did you manage to speak with the citizens? Hastily scribbled note which reads workplace woes, desperate to find a new job. Hastily scribbled note which reads soul stock exhausted during recent raids, seeking compensation. Scribbled note which reads unreliable memory and bewilderment, deeply unsettled. Seems that many have been left traumatized in the wake of the attack. It's been alarming to see how many citizens were subjected to repeated deaths and revivals in such a short space of time. Such accounts are unprecedented. The concerns surrounding souls and employment are understandable too. It goes without saying that our resources are limited. The best will in the world, we can't hope to respond to every claim. Nevertheless, it's clear that more must be done to support the citizens through this trying time. Thank you for your assistance. I'll share your reports with my government sector colleagues and get to work on planning our response. Not a problem, man. Hope you get it all solved. I'm a bit of a headache. Alright, let's continue on. Next set of the True View. Restricken Shatona. Restricken Shatona senses you might understand his pain. I lost a close friend of mine in that raid on the city. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you mind helping me give him a proper send-off? I saw you weren't wearing a regulator. Figured you understand what I'm going through. Feels like everyone else has already forgotten all about him. I'm planning on packing a bunch of his belongings and a bottle of his favorite vintage in a box, burying the whole lot in the cemetery in Heritage Found. If you're up to the task, I'd have you source a bottle of Alexandrian wine for me. Here you go. Your best bet is speaking to the owner of the Neon Stein. Once you got the goods, come meet me by the entrance to the city. Alright, man. Careworn Cleaner. What's going on, man? Careworn Cleaner appears to be in a spot of bother. Oh, come check up on me, have you? I appreciate your concern. You can probably tell I'm feeling a little out of sorts. Shall I fetch a healer for you? Oh no, there's no need for that. I have a condition, you see. Makes me numb and lethargic from time to time. I think a little rest won't put right, though. Trouble is, when I get like this, I'm innocent to work. I hate to presume, but would you be willing to lend a hand? I'm one of the cleaners in charge of Trueview. I was then getting ready to collect the last of the refuse sacks and call it a day when my condition flared up. I'd be ever so grateful if you could finish my rounds for me. Okay. I like this district. A bunch of delinquents live here. This is really cool. Did he just fucking punch that shit? I didn't get his drink. That's why. Oh, watch me again. Yeah, you kick that shit. You tell him. You tell him who's boss. Wow, this place is cool. I can actually walk in here. Oh, I see. Okay, this is a back alley area where you get your soul cells. Really neat. Oh my god. Like such a pain in the ass climbing up this bitch. Wait a fuck. Oh, that's so fucking sick. Just put some graffiti up there that you can't see unless you climb up there. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm actually half expecting there to be like a fucking lookout point on one of these damn boxes and you gotta figure out how to jump up on top of it. This bike. That's so comfy. And somebody chucked him in the trash. And he's just like, ah, yeah, that's fine. Too drunk. It's actually pretty cool. You look damn near death. What's the matter? Huh. Whatever's ailing you, got your tongue, has it? There you are. These fellows have old pals here feeling under the weather. Can't finish his work. So he offers to pay us. Generously, I might add. To get the job done. In other words, ain't got no need for the likes of you. Go on. Piss off. It is clearly nothing more than a brazen attempt at extortion. Turn the full force of your doubt onto the leering delinquent. Sure. Should be a blue one, right? There it is. How about you piss off? Let me get this straight. You're the one our old pal here asked to help? Ha! What a load of shite. Hold on a moment. This fellow looks like he's seen a fair few scrapes. Wait. Don't tell me they're a bloody hunter. Hunter? Sought this for a lark. I'd rather keep me head. You good, man? I tried to think what would have happened if you hadn't showed up. Am I right to assume you finished collecting the refuse sacks for me? On Earth, from one of the receptacles dotted around True View, exudes an unpleasant funk. I have indeed. Excellent. I'll take care of these. I must say, refuse collection, civic protection. You're a man of many talents. You have my gratitude. This sector isn't exactly the safest in the city. Shakedowns and racketeering are unfortunately rather commonplace. Usually I try to leave as soon as I finish my rounds, but today my luck ran out and I had one of my turns. This condition is caused by sensitivity to lightning energy. I hear the worst affected are all but bedbound by paralysis. So perhaps I should count myself lucky that my symptoms are relatively mild. But enough of that. Thanks to you, I feel more or less back to my usual self. To think I'd run into someone as virtuous as you on True View. No problem. Gotta do what we can. Alright. It is now midnight. I am concerned. Okay, let's hope for the best. Tasteful memories. Yes. Oh no. It's over. We don't go to living memory to do this. The corn servant seems to be marveling at the sights of Solution 9.
Good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. I, for one, couldn't be better. Is this place not absolutely splendid? A far cry from any other town I visited thus far. The silence of their bellies is practically deafening. My ear can hear not a single soul in need of nourishment. Might you be willing to help this old cob find his way about the place? Perhaps together we can find someone in need of corn.
Sure.
I knew I could count on you. If you've any preparations to make, pray, take your time. I shall remain here, ready and waiting. Are you ready, my friend? Surely there is at least one soul here that seeks fulfillment. Wherever they may be, I'm sure we can find them together.
The corn servant is now following you. Speak with the disgruntled citizens of Solution 9 while the corn servant is accompanying you. Wow. A disgruntled Yoon. Am I hungry? No, not at all. Though Solution 9 was recently attacked, the production facility remains intact and supplies with all the food we could ask for.
I can hear not a growl nor rumble coming from this one's belly. Perhaps we should look elsewhere.
Yeah, I think they're all too, concerned about survival right now, rather than worrying about what to eat. Well, just on top of, the normal stuff, there's a lookout point over there that I'll watch. Oh shit, the Arcadian's on now. Fuck. That's kinda sick, I'm not gonna lie.
Am I feeling peckish? A rather curious thing to ask about. The only thing I'm worried about is nursing this injury from the recent attack. Food is the least of my concerns. So the twinge of pain I felt in her was from an injury, not hunger.
Hey man. Do I look hungry to you? No, I don't need food, but I can certainly do with a drink. What I wouldn't do for an energy drink right about now. Just one, I could easily keep working all day.
We were close, but not quite right. Let us keep searching.
All the way there at the Arcadian. Alright, well, let's take the Ethernet shard. Hey there. What's the matter?
You want to know if I'm feeling hungry? I suppose you say I do. Strange thing to say in a place like this, where most, if not all, our needs are easily met. I wouldn't normally ask this of someone I don't know, but when I speak candidly about something, not every day someone takes an interest in my problems. I'm not sure why, but recently, I haven't been able to taste anything no matter what I eat.
Oh dear.
Because of that, I've been gradually losing interest in food. I realize I have to eat for the sake of my health, but now it's become a chore I'd rather avoid altogether.
Wow.
How terrible. A life without flavor is no life at all. But how am I to help her? I've got it! Okay. First, I grind corn into powder. Work it into a dough, and then use heat to make thin shells. Then we mix together several extra ingredients, layer them into the shells, and there, the most tantalizing of tacos. Surely this will reawaken her taste buds.
Oh, they're big. Here, how about you try this?
You prepared something for me? But I told you, I'm not really in the mood.
The dish was cooked by that great corn servant. Trust me, you're gonna want to try this.
Fine. If you insist. It certainly has an interesting smell. Oh, that was incredible. I can't remember when last I've had anything so delicious. There was someone who used to make these for me when I was younger, I think. It was their specialty.
Really?
I wish I could remember who. I'm afraid that memory is lost to me. Like as not, they're in the cloud now. Something tells me they were quite near and dear to my heart. But it's all a blank now. I'm not sad about it, but I do feel a strange, lingering sense of loss. It's hard to explain. The feeling grew over time, and before I knew it, my sense of taste was gone.
Oh.
But this food, the texture, the smell, the taste, it takes me back to my youth. Thank you, traveler. I've been reminded of something very precious that would have remained lost if not for you. I promise to do better about eating from now on.
Damn, man. Because her memories of taste are tied to whomever that is, or like, you know, most of what she ate that during her youth is tied to that.
And thank you, little corn cob. Your cooking was simply divine.
Just when all hope seemed lost, corn has prevailed once again. It was admittedly shocking to discover that, even in a world where no one goes hungry, there could be such terrible discontent. But with a little corn and know-how, we rekindled the memories of happier times in her. It does my cob good to see all go to plan. What's more, she was able to see me, through the power of corn and happiness, no doubt. I've seen a great deal on my travels thus far, and helped no few people find satiation. But there's still much of Tyrol I've yet to see, and more bellies in need of nourishment. I wish you well, my friend. May your belly ever be full, and your days filled with happiness.
There goes a hero. And now he'll always be with me. I don't even know where the fuck he is. There he is. At the conclusion of your travels with the corn servant, the corn-shaped spirit that provides sustenance to the hungry, the being quickly left one of its kernels in your bag. That kernel quickly grew into another corn servant, whichever regards you anxiously, worried that you might require a feed. Magnificent. Hey, oh, wait. Oh, whoops. I forgot to unpause it after I pulled out my phone. Oh, nice. Do you have any Alexandrian wine?
After a bottle of Alexandrian wine, are you? Hey, we don't serve that here. It's the sort of thing the regulars go for. It's perfectly drinkable, though. White wine, made right here in Everkeep, if you can believe it. Anyway, never had cause to stock the stuff. Not trying your luck in the Nexus Arcade. Can get near enough anything there if you know who to ask. Meet again. All metal tag engraved with the name Travertine. Do you have any idea who this is from? Yep, this is one of our battle tags. Don't recall any regulars who went by Travertine, though. Implies their memories are no longer with us. Hold on a moment. Here it is. This ball's already been paid for, so go on, you have it. Just make sure you deliver the message that came with it, okay? Sounds good. $20 richer. Not a lot for TV, but okay. Lucky day. Looking for sentry parts. You better have the coin. Do indeed. Cloth pouch filled with coins to be exchanged for a selection of sentry parts. Here you are. I reckon this'll just about cover it. Not sure what you're planning, given recent events and all. But I've been paid. Nothing to be gained by prying, eh? A distraught youth, I gotta say.
Wow, Mr. Robot.
Still dead. To get a hold of those parts. Sentry parts, sort of bits and bobs of varying complexity, essential for repairing faulty sentry units. Did indeed. Much obliged. Alright, let's see what I can do. Well, it's back up and running, after a fashion. Anyway, about its communication matrix, though. I suppose there's only so much you can achieve with a quick fix.
At least it's standing up now. Come on, Mr. Robot, snap out of it. Do you have any ideas?
I prescribe a good wallop deliver precision to the side of its head. I think Shinichi would be all like this. I prescribe a good wallop. And damage it even further? No. We need a more peaceable solution. Why don't you try to psych it up? Damn robot. I do hope trying to psych it up will work.
Come on, you gotta help us out.
Yeah.
Rebooting. System reboot complete. We sentries are here to maintain peace and order in this sector. Citizens are requested to report any suspicious persons or unidentified objects immediately. Please enjoy the park facilities at your leisure.
Walked right through me like I wasn't even here.
I'm glad we could fix it. It won't go toppling over again, will it?
Honestly, I'm surprised that worked. Precisely why it had such an effect bears further investigation. But for now, at least, everything is as it should be. Still, gives you pause for thought, doesn't it? My son, that sentry is a dependable peacekeeping park warden. In the wrong hands, its cohort can be tools of great evil. Sadly, Zeraljaw's attack on the city proved that point all too well. I just hope that the unit we just fixed continues to keep the peace. A shame we can't even take that for granted anymore.
Yay.
Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for some wine.
Alexandrian wine? Yes, we have several bottles in stock. I should warn you, it comes at a premium. A sufficient coin to cover the cost of a bottle of Alexandrian wine.
I have this much. Will this be enough?
A pleasure doing business with you. Here.
Guys over here, mosaic. I finally remembered there's a lookout point here.
This complex is filled with a variety of shops selling everything from food and daily necessities to personal vehicles. With so many floors and stores to lose oneself in, it is often jokingly remarked the Lost Children desk is the busiest place in the entire arcade.
Did you find out the story behind that little trinket?
Luxury liquor. An expensive-looking bottle filled with an enticing amber liquid. A dainty card inscribed with a few heartfelt lines.
Yes. Apparently it's a bottle, and it comes with a message for you.
Bottle tag, you say? And these were behind the bar. An open bottle and, what's this? This card's made out to me, but... Between your name day and your new job, there is much to celebrate as I pen these words. No matter our circumstances, it is a solitary path we walk at the end. Know that it fills me with pride to see you tend to the dying with such patience and care. Of course. Travertine. He was my father. So it explains why his face haunted me so. To tell you the truth, ever since Zeraljaw's raid on the city, the work I do has left me feeling empty. All those bodies, all those lives, I had to usher on their way. But knowing that my father was proud of me changes everything. Besides being an usher, I was able to give him the send-off he deserved. I appreciate you taking the time to do all this. I'm sure you don't have much to spare. And I think I'm ready to find my meaning in my work again. For that, I have you to thank, just as much as my father. Farewell. Alright, and the last quest. Wow. There you are. Just about managed to gather up all of his belongings. Any luck finding the wine? Reason never keep this premium wine. Oh, white wine is tart and dry.
It did indeed. Appreciate you going to all that trouble. This is his favorite tipple. Me and him, we came from completely different backgrounds. None of that mattered. 30 years ago, I was going through a rough patch. Everything was changing right before my eyes. He stuck with me through it all. There's one thing we didn't agree on, though. Regulators. He never gave up trying to make me wear one of the damn things. When I die, I want to go naturally, you know, back to the land and all that. In the end, getting killed over and over again during the attack whittles his soul stock down to 0. Look, if people want to keep on wearing their regulators, I won't try and stop them, but it just isn't for me. As it stands, I'm pretty much the only one left who remembers the poor bastard. Make get the funeral rites wrong. I mean, I'm sure his kind have their own way of doing things, but he'll just have to make do. Anyway, I'm off to Erishfound. Thanks again for helping me out. I owe you one. Look, buddy. Alright, that was one to end off on. I'll have a couple more in living memory. And after that, that'll be all the side quests. And I hope you'd enjoy it. I enjoyed the little playthrough I had for them all. Alright. Catch you then in living memory then.